Hi, Glenn. I think Rock and Rhapsody, Roy, I'm so glad you chose, because I think he's one of the more interesting, really one of the really, and probably one of the least used guys too, which is really surprising because of the amount of resources out there you would be able to use for musical instruments as they relate to different body parts for a creature. But anyway, so you have your first one, Rock and Rhapsody, Roy, and I'm looking through your sketches. I've looked at all of them, and I think any one of them will work, with the exception of this, and I'll explain that in 1 second. But they're fine, but they're kind of boring. Why? Because your creature is just sitting there like this, arms spread, feet looking into the camera. And we see that pose here, 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 and here. So my suggestion is to work some movement into the creature, give him some really unique movement, give him a purpose. It'll engage the viewer more as opposed to just kind of looking in the creature's eyes. You know what I'm saying? So really give him some movement. I'll show you some examples in a second, and then you can take it from there. This one won't work because of this music note here. What is that, a quarter note? That is not an object. It's a visual notation for an idea, or for to signify a specific time signature indicator. Okay, so that's not a real tangible thing that exists in life, that note. It's just a visual representation. So you can't take a picture of it. Do you see what I'm saying? So we can't use it because you would end up using what would be an illustration. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So I hope that makes sense of why we can't use this. It's not a real thing to use. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, get with me and I'll explain it. But it's a pretty important concept. So, like I said, I think any one of these will work, and they're really super predictable, I think. So don't forget you're working for a toy company, so your ideas are key here. Coming up with ideas that are just really super unique. Like I think the hi-hat for the cymbals, and I think that's really a good idea. We haven't seen that yet. But drumsticks for the arms, drums for the legs, bass drum for the body. I mean, we've seen that all before. So really try to give us a toy that we haven't seen before, something that's really going to engage the audience. Let me give you some examples, okay? This little guy here, I thought was a wonderful little composition. And basically, he's got that same pose, looking into the camera, but this guy's got some movement in his body. He's got these little legs. He's standing on a desk, kind of introducing his buddy to the little laptop. So that's a really engaging this one kind of speaks for itself. Garden Glitter Grace, again, kind of dancing across the water with a wonderful movement in the arms and legs. And then this crazy guy who just got done blowing up a farmhouse. So each one of these has some wonderful movement worked into it. And that's what I'd like you to start thinking about for your project. How can you really engage the viewer by giving your creature something to do as opposed to just standing there? Hope that makes sense. If not, get with me and I'll explain it further. But I think you're off to a great start. Just food for thought. Okay, thanks, man.